Yo, what's up, guys? I am Tyler Hosley, and we were back with some more Euphoria, episode 5, baby.
And I am Craig, English film nerd living in England. Ready to discuss episode 5 of 8, I believe.
Five of 8, almost
Yeah,
done.
we're closing in on that end, and it's things are moving forward. So I'll let you go first as always, T.
So, episode 5 opens with probably one of my favorite openings of this season thus far. This is Sam Levinson just saying fuck it and just going all out. This opens, and if you've seen the episode, this opens with Cassie and Maddie, and Cassie's OnlyFans page like blowing up with followers, just showing how popular she got after using Brandon Fontaine's fame to boost her own shit. And this is where we get Sam Levinson's take on Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or Godzilla, but if Sydney Sweeney was Godzilla or the 50-Foot Woman. I fucking loved this entire sequence. From her tossing the helicopter to pushing her tits up to the glass building as the dude masturbates and the boobs just fucking explode through the glass. I was laughing so hard. Like, it's hysterical. Like, I laughed
That was
so
so
hard.
Tyler. It
It
was
was.
just so Tyler core.
Yeah, I said this. I think I said this in the last couple episodes, but Levinson just has like a fucking wiretap in my brain. I mean, that dude is just me and him, man. We're connected. I'm telling you, there's just something here. But I've been reading people saying this didn't fit the tone of the show, and these people obviously don't remember when Kat was doing cam shows and had dream sequences with like muscular Viking dudes taking her from behind. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, this fits right with that Euphoria mold, and I loved it. I mean, they had a little making of after. I don't know if you watched this, Craig, but after the episode, they had a little making of the episode,
Oh
and
no.
yeah, and apparently that little city took like a year to build. It was all practical, and yeah, they took like a full year to build that entire city for like one little 5-minute sequence. But it was wonderful. I loved that entire little like Attack of the 50-Foot Woman homage.
I
It's so good.
I liked it too, man. People are getting like weirdly like precious about it. Like, oh, it's just stupid. Why did it? Like, it's a fun way to demonstrate like what we've always said about Cassie, which is she wants attention so badly, and if she ever gets enough attention, it will make her into a monster, which we've
Hmm.
always said. And then this is the representation of that, and it just gives us a nice little insight into her mind, like when she steps on the unhoused guy. At first, I thought, did this homeless guy have to be black? And then I realised that all of this is Cassie's perspective. So yeah, that's kind of how Cassie would see the world, you know.
Yep. Hmm.
And yeah, it's a really fun little scene. And then the title drop is just a really beautiful bit of cinematography as well.
Oh yeah,
When
her
they hit you with
standing.
that,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, her standing at that Hollywood sign and the little title drop in the bottom with the copyright. Man, the title drops this season have been like perfect. Just every
yeah,
one of them have been just like chef's kiss. So good.
very
So,
cinematic.
but I'll stick with Cassie. I know the episode jumps around, but I'm gonna just stick with the Cassie thing now and
It's a
just kind of go
Cassie
back and
heavy
forth.
episode.
It is. It's mostly Cassie. It does jump around, but I'll just stick with Cassie so far. But yeah, Cassie, she does like she's like getting more famous as she goes on. She's doing podcasts now and ASMRs, and she's selling her dirty underwear to dudes, which that's a very realistic thing. Like that's what they do. And all this while Nate is like pushing her to do it so she can pay off his debt because we find out she's been like sending Nate money this whole time during her like OnlyFans blow up. And the scene with Nate telling her to make content with Brandon just to show
Mm.
it just shows how much he truly doesn't just give a fuck about Cassie. Like, not in the slightest. These two are just a match made in fucking hell. Like, although I feel like Cassie seems to like Nate more now than she did while they were together, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's her sending him money is just kind of ridiculous because these two, this they shouldn't be together. They did with him begging her just to make content with this dude just so he can pay off his fucking debts is just pretty pathetic on Nate's part. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's just Nate. It is. That's Nate is going to be Nate, and this is what he is. But I think this is one of Sweeney's best performances of this season. I don't know if you agree, but I
Oh
think she's
yeah,
really, yeah, she's fucking really good in this episode. Um, her
I
Shakespeare
think.
audition. What was that?
Carry on, carry on.
No. I finished because I'm gonna go right to the Shakespeare thing. So
I
it's
was
I'll
gonna
let you
say
finish
like
first.
Sweeney, yeah, she kills it in this episode. I think like when she does that kind of right wing podcast persona, it is
Hmm.
bang on. She's really authentic and really funny. Like it shouldn't be funny, but when someone asks her if she's a Democrat and she replies, "I'm not retarded," it did make me laugh. And
Yeah, me too.
she's just been very funny in this episode. When she's weeping tears of joy as she's stuffing like her own soiled underwear into envelopes to send to perverts, it's just, it's so Cassie. And her audition is just fucking. Her audition is so well done because even with her measurements and as part of the audition and do that cheesy little kiss to the camera, she does an unexpectedly like solid audition. And I think the idea of Cassie is because she's so shameless in life, she probably would be a good actress. She doesn't care about looking silly. There's no, you know, lack of confidence. You know, she's just going to go for it. She's going to be shameless,
Hmm.
and I like that. And I think there's a lot of meta commentary with Sweetie at the moment because people think she's a bit right wing and she's doing the right wing podcasts. People act like all she really has to offer is sex appeal, but she does give a good audition. So I think there's lots of meta commentary about Sweeney as an actress.
Hmm. No, I totally agree, and I've always been a Sydney Sweeney defender. I've liked her since the beginning of Euphoria. I've liked her in most of her movies. I loved her in Immaculate. Um, she was amazing in Christie, fantastic, and people won't admit it because of who she is, but she is fucking amazing in that movie. Just a short little tirade there that I'm going on, but I thought she was fucking great in Christie. Um, but yeah, I thought she was genuinely fantastic in that Shakespeare audition scene. Like she was really good. And when you see like Sharon Stone and them laughing behind the camera, I'm like, there's really nothing to laugh about. She's actually genuinely fucking giving a great audition in this. I thought she was great. Like just
Well,
so
well
so
they're not
good.
we're not really laughing at her being bad. We're laughing because she's doing Shakespeare for a part where
Yeah,
she's going to be on screen for 10 seconds. They're like,
yeah, it's
but
true.
they're impressed that she's gone for it. They're like, okay, you really, you've taken a big swing. That they
Yeah,
they
she no,
appreciate it.
no, it's I mean she gets the part too. She gets that 10-second part and she thinks she's gonna be fucking famous from this little 10-second part. That little scene when Lexi comes into her apartment and she's like stuffing the underwear in the fucking mail envelopes. Then she runs up to Lexi after she hears she gets the part and she like puts the dirty underwear up to her face, not even knowing it. Just that little bit made me laugh so hard. So
Oh,
funny.
poor Lexi, man. Lexi's worked so hard and conscientiously to get where she is, and she keeps seeing everyone else taking these shortcuts and being more successful. And I'm just like, I understand Lexi's frustration with everyone, every one of her friends.
No, her frustration is warranted. Like it's super warranted with everybody, her friends, her sister, just everybody. It's Lexi. Her frustration is 100% warranted. I love Lexi, and
I
she's
love
really good in this
Lexi.
episode. Yeah, she's really good in this episode too. It's just
She
you can
wins
just see.
best. She wins best outfits of the episode as well this week because she looked. There's this a little bit of my gay man comes through, and I watch Euphoria, and Lexi's outfits are all like perfect, no notes. She looked really good.
Oh yeah, no, the costume design is always really good in this. Like yeah,
Yeah,
Euphoria costume designers are just perfect. They deserve an award. It's always good, and Lexi
yeah.
looks amazing as always. But so to move on from Cassie, now we go to the Rue and Alamo storyline. I mean, the first scene at Alamo's house, and Alamo is like freaking the fuck out about his pants being too short. I mean, he's just projecting about how pissed he is about the robbery. But yeah, and he's on the verge of a fucking breakdown throughout most of this episode, and it's really
Yeah.
good. The tension in that first scene when he's like fucking just harassing that kid for giving him the wrong pants. That tension was thick as hell in that scene. I genuinely thought he was gonna stab that kid. Like, I'm happy he didn't, because that poor kid, I felt terrible for that kid. But
Yeah.
yeah, you can see he was just projecting the anger that he was having from the robbery. And but yeah, great scene. Fucking that actor is incredible. Um, but so to cut it, to go further on, Maddie, the diner scene with Alamo and Maddie, which was excellent, just so good. Maddie
Yeah.
don't take no shit. That girl, she's just full of fire, and she don't take no shit, and she never will. And what I love about it is Alamo knows this. Like, he just met her, and he knows that girl ain't gonna take no shit.
Yeah,
So
they
they
have
start
perfect
talking.
chemistry together.
Yeah, they start talking about OnlyFans and how it made like $7 billion last year, and Hollywood made 8 billion. So like only like fucking so close to being like OnlyFans being just as fucking big as Hollywood, which was a really good back and forth between the two. And so they go back to the strip club. These two. I'm skipping like way to the end here, but I'll go back to the other stuff. But
Yeah.
they go to the strip club, Alamo and Maddie, and they start working out a thing to work with the girls. Like, so because Maddie is a really good fucking manager, and Alamo knows this. So of course, when they go back to look at the girls, Maddie picks Kitty and Rosalia, which I knew was coming. Um, but I honestly, I can't wait to see Maddie work with these girls and how she handles this. I know Cassie starts working there as well. I think not working there, but I know she's gonna start working with these girls because the coming attractions show Cassie at the strip club. So apparently
Okay.
that's where this is gonna lead Cassie to, which is not surprising. But
Because Maddie's still looking to fuck her over somehow, whilst
yes,
also making some money.
I don't know. I'm like dying to figure out what Maddie's plan is here, because I honestly I can't figure it out. I genuinely can't figure it out, because there's times where I think Maddie's like sincere about this whole thing with Cassie, and then there's moments where I just see a switch go off and she's like, "Yeah, no, I see evil intentions here too." I don't know yet. Like, we're 3 episodes left and I still can't figure it out. But that could be
No,
Levinson's
she's like a
intention.
thousand steps ahead of Cassie, like at all times. And I bet her contract would make really interesting reading. I think how she's going to fuck Cassie over is in that contract, which Cassie didn't even look at because she was so desperate for that television part. She was just, "Yep, sign it," and that's she really owns Cassie now in some sort of horrible way. But Maddie was
Yeah.
excellent in this episode. She had two of my favourite lines that really made me laugh. She talked about Nate being he's not a breadwinner, he's a bread loser, which
Mm-hmm.
I really liked. And it's just when Cassie says, "You're my best friend," and her just a puzzled reply is like, "Really?" Because she's like, how has this girl not got better friends than me? I don't really like her, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
it's quite Cassie. It's one of Cassie's few sweet moments because she does actually love Maddie, and unfortunately, I don't think Maddie has a lot of love for her anymore.
No, I think their love. I think Maddie's love is not mutual, which,
No,
and it's funny, and I kind of feel bad because I love Maddie. Maddie's my favorite character on the show, but I kind of feel bad for Cassie because I do think Cassie genuinely loves Maddie. It like hardcore, like loves her as a best friend, and yeah, the feelings just is not mutual. Like,
no,
girl, I can't believe you don't. I cannot believe you can't figure this out. But yeah, it's definitely not a mutual love between those two.
no.
But okay, I read this theory, and I saw this theory on Instagram, and I have to say it on here just because I wish I would have wrote down the account that I read this on, because they do like videos on Euphoria and stuff. But I don't know if you ever thought this. I didn't either, but I saw this theory on there, and I'm like, I had to share it on the episode. So shout out to the person. If they're listening to this, they're probably not, but if they do, shout out to you. That I thought it was a really cool theory. But they said, Rosalia, the stripper with the neck brace.
Camera in the
Um,
neck brace.
yes. Now, yes, did you see that one too?
I did, I
Or
did.
okay. Yes, because I'm like, damn, that makes so much fucking sense why she's wearing that goddamn neck brace. But this person's they probably nailed it. I have a feeling that might be true. I don't know. I'm gonna throw that out there now. I think that person that said that on Instagram might be right about this whole Rosalia and having the camera in the fucking neck brace. Because why is she wearing that fucking thing? It just something about that screams true to me. So maybe we'll see.
I think they have a lot of that because there are so many different elements of like law enforcement in America that you could have like I don't know, the fucking FBI or something could have a mole inside the strip club, and then the DEA would have a mole as well, and they're not communicating with each other, so they don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be working at cross purposes. I don't know. We're going to find out.
Yes, pretty soon. I'm curious to see if that is actually fucking if that is a real thing, but we'll see. I really like Rosalia, and I hope that's not true because it would make me think bad about her character. But I just something about that rings true to me, but we'll see. But another really good scene from this episode, and this involves Jules and Rue in the apartment. That whole exchange was so good. Like it really shows that Rue will always have these intimacy issues with people that she like truly loves. Like Jules just sitting on that floor saying, "You come over here, you lie around, you look at me like you have something to say, but you never say it, and you want me, make me yours." I'm like, that just I don't know why that hit me so hard, but that hit me so hard. I'm like, Rue, girl, Jules is crazy about you, and because Rue is so emotionally detached and it's so hard for her to truly express these feelings for someone that she really cares about, it's just that was such a wonderfully written little scene. The dialogue in that scene was just fantastic and it felt so real. Just that whole scene was just stellar. Fantastic little scene that I feel will just get totally outshined for people crying over OnlyFans Godzilla Cassie because, so yeah, I really love that scene, and I thought Jules was incredible in it. She's just really kind of laid it all out for Rue, and Rue just she can't see it. It kind of goes back to when that scene in episode I don't remember what episode it was exactly, but it was in season 2 when Rue faked the orgasm, and she just was so bad at faking it. It just kind of shows you just how emotionally detached she is to people that she loves, and yeah, I love that entire scene in the apartment. It was so good.
But at this point, it could just be that she doesn't want to involve anyone any deeper in her life, given that her life is going to absolute shit. Like you'd want to, if you cared about someone, if you're ruined, you care about someone, you keep them like on the edge of your life, because you don't want to bring them in to where Alamo and all of this shit. It's maybe she just wants to keep a distance because of that.
That's also true. Like that's also like super true. I didn't think about that while I was watching that scene. I just was like, I really just want Rue and Jules to be together, and I feel like Rue doesn't want to, but that also makes a lot of sense.
But
So I'll jump back to
you're
Nate.
also right. She's got into well.
Oh
So
yeah. She's got into me like bad intimacy problems. Like she did in like season 2. I mean, she always did. She's just an emotionally detached type character, and I get why. The girl's got a lot of problems, and I can see why that would detach you from being connected to a person. But yeah, I just really want Rue and Jules to be together. I like those two together.
yeah.
But I'll jump back to Nate. So the Nate scene. So Nate's just sitting there drinking, day drinking, listening to some vinyl records, dancing because he just got 30 grand sent to him by Cassie. And then in the background, you see this fucking gangster coming up with a golf club, and he just smashes the door out and fucking scares the shit out of Nate and chases Nate up the stairs and breaks through the bathroom door. And then he rips off his little baby toe again. He's fucking toeless again. And then he takes a fucking finger with him this time too. It's just fucking so brutal. Nate is gonna have no limbs by the time this fucking season is over.
Yeah,
Dude
it's
is
getting all a bit sore, isn't it?
yeah, dude is just gonna be a fucking stump by the finale. Just a fucking a Nate stump in a wheelchair. Because they're just gonna keep fucking torturing him. They're not gonna kill him right away. He's
Yeah.
gonna have no
No.
limbs, no fingers. They're gonna torture the fuck out of Nate, and it's just it's karma. It's karma, bro.
It
Like
is. It
this is
is.
like Nate is walking karma, and this is what he gets. I mean, I feel sorry for him when he's getting his limbs cut off, but dude,
Mm,
you kind of
but they do
deserve it.
such a good job of like. Oh, I feel a little bit bad for him, and then he acts like such a dick, getting the 30
Yeah,
grand and just dancing around his apartment. And you're like, actually, no, fuck this guy. So now the
yep,
finger's
exactly.
gone, and I'm feeling sorry for him again. I'm like, it's just going to keep going back and forth because, like, I hate you, you're awful, but also I don't want to see you mutilated because I don't even know why. I guess we just spent 3 seasons together, and I don't really want to see anyone get mutilated. But if
No,
anyone has
exactly.
to, then it should be Nate. But I really like
Um,
what was that line? He's on the phone to Cassie, and he's like, "I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't forget to watch."
yep.
Like he's such a manipulative little shit.
Oh, he's
He
such a.
deserves it. He deserves it. Kind
Oh
of.
no,
I
he
like
deserves everything he gets. Everything.
I like the little additions of the psycho music when his little toe hits the sink, rolls
Yeah.
round. That was really good. Yeah, that
Oh,
was a
and I
great
love.
scene. And
Oh yeah, I love the little scene where he's like screaming, like just screaming in the top of his lungs, and the little girl stops her tricycle outside and looks in the thing. You hears the screaming from like a mile down the road. It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
yeah,
It's
and
such a
Audie's so
good
good
scene.
this season.
Yeah, there's so many funny moments in this scene. It's dark as fuck, but there's like so many funny ass moments in this whole fucking season. It's been like, yeah, he's Levinson's really stepped up the comedy. Like it's just pure physical comedy sometimes, and it's great. It
I
really
mean, we're
is.
calling it comedy. Some other people are watching this and are like, "This is completely horrifying," whereas we're like,
Yeah,
"Toe finger." I don't know.
but
Some people probably wouldn't find it funny, but
most
it
people
is
probably wouldn't
funny.
find it funny. Yeah, most people probably wouldn't find it funny that fucking Nate is gonna end up being boxing Helena in a fucking wheelchair before we know it. But
The
I
thing
just
is,
think it's
what annoyed me
hysterical.
about Nate in that scene, if he hadn't run, we'd seen the guy at the glass and just like waved at him and said, "Oh, hey, I just got this 30 grand. And you can see like the information on my phone saying it was just sent to me, which is why I haven't sent it to your boss yet, but I'll do that right now." He'd probably at least still have his finger.
Yeah, no, he would. Maybe his toe still. Who knows? That fucking poor
Yeah.
toe is. You can't. I don't think you can reattach that toe a third time. I think he's just to be toeless from now
No.
on. Just that poor toe
Just
is over.
forget the toe. Oh, but no, not bless him. Fuck him.
Fucking Nate. Fucking the most love hate relationship with a character I've ever had in my life. But fucking, it's just I. There's moments I feel bad, and there's moments I think he's 100% deserved of fucking losing limbs. I don't know. It's just the most conflicting character ever on Euphoria.
Yeah. I'm titling this whole season "The Disassembly of Nate Jacobs." Just being taken apart like someone taking a car apart. I'm excited like you to see what he has by the end of the season.
I feel like there should be like a poll. Who's gonna die first, Nate or fucking Rue? Like one of the two. It's just there's gonna be one of these two are gonna die, and maybe both. Who knows? But yeah, there should be a poll out there of which one's gonna die first. So
I can actually see now. I can see Nate like in a bed with no arms and legs, whilst Cassie is like rich and like spoon feeding him, and then going out with loads of guys and having lots of money and just having a good time, whilst then going back and feeding some more soup to Nate. That's the way I see it going.
oh my god, you know how much I would love for to happen. I know that sounds really horrible, but I would fucking laugh so hard if that was the ending of the show with Nate's character. I don't. That would be hysterical. Now I hope that happens. God damn it, Craig, I want that to happen so bad now. But
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. But speaking
Fingers
of
that we
Rue.
still have.
Yeah, figures that we still have he might have a couple thumbs left or something, but that's about it. But yeah, speaking of Rue, we end this episode with Rue getting in the car with Bishop and the crew, and they take her out to the I think it's behind Alamo's ranch, and they force her to dig a grave, which ends up being for her, but with just her head sticking out of the fucking dirt. And my God, Rue, she's just this girl can't escape problems. But yeah, her head sticking out the dirt, and then Rue and then Alamo running with on his horse with a fucking polo mallet towards her head. And then we just, cut to credits. He swings, we cut the credits. I can't imagine them killing Rue with 3 episodes left. I just can't see that happening. But they left it they left a cliffhanger to think maybe they did. I don't think they do. I don't
No.
know what you think, Craig. There's no way they're going to kill Rue with 3 episodes left. You just
No,
can't.
Maddie has saved her by vouching for her early in the episode. By
Mhm.
offering Alamo something he wanted and vouching for her. She saved her life for now. But
Yeah.
I love Rue, but she's such an idiot. She's digging this hole. She's not putting up any sort of fight, and then they're burying her, and she's like, oh, come on, guys. Like, this whole episode, I was a bit like, okay, Rue isn't doing anything, just looking anxious. They're not really giving her much to do, but she's so good at being an anxious wreck, but I still enjoyed it. What about when she rang, what's her name? She tried to ring, who's got the big lips?
Oh, Faye.
She tries to ring Faye and she's trying to get information, something for the police, something that will show that they're involved in drugs. She gets through to the one guy who just says straight up, I'm gonna bet you wish you were still our drug mule. She's like, okay, that's that good? That good? I really like that scene.
Oh,
It's
that was a really
just
good scene.
Rue kind of stumbles through life and almost just seems to get away with all sorts of shit. And I hope she just kind of still stumbles her way through this and is still okay at the end. Fingers crossed. Because
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
Rue.
I don't want anything. I don't want any harm to happen to Rue because I love Rue. Like I think she's a wonderful character, and I just want her to be happy. Like every time I watch this, I'm like, Rue, I just want you to be happy. Get away from everything and just start over somewhere. Go live with that religious family with the hot daughter.
Yes.
Just go live with them. That's what you need. And I would never tell someone to go live with a religious family because, good God, that would fucking be torture to me. But you need this. Just go fucking live with that little Quaker family and just get away from everything. You're
So,
safe.
Quaker Rue and Nate is a stump is
Yep.
what we're going
Yep.
for. Okay, I'm in. I'm in.
I'm down for it. And Cassie just taking over the world. She's a multi-billionaire, just selling her vagina, selling used underwear. Just do it, Cassie. I want Cassie to have good things too, because I like
Yeah.
Cassie. I do. She
And
may be,
Maddie and Lexi.
yeah. I mean, Cassie may be a narcissist, but I love Cassie and I love Maddie and Lexi and I like all these characters except for Nate. And sometimes I feel bad for Nate, but it's just Nate makes it hard sometimes.
Yeah, he
But
does. He certainly does.
did I miss anything? I don't think I did. I think I pretty much
A quick
summarized
note.
life.
Quick note before you finish up.
Oh,
Mhm.
The
yes.
costume design this season is done by Natasha Newman Thomas.
Okay.
She also did the Joe Curie film Spree, the Operation Varsity Blues college admission scandal for Netflix, and The Idol for HBO and Levinson.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
okay. Okay.
I'm a
Well,
big fan of the
she
Idol.
did a very good job. Thanks,
I am.
Dave.
Yeah, thank you, Dave,
Dave
for
the
that.
lurker. Dave is
Lurking
always
Dave.
lurking, by the way, when these episodes because he needs to do all the technical stuff. So while me and Tyler are speaking, Dave is silently judging us at all times. I don't think you missed a lot, apart from Bishop, who had another little fun scene where he got changed into a different outfit and did
Yep.
some fucked up stuff. And I've got a weird idea about Bishop. I feel like he's such a strange guy, and he seemed to really love that parrot, well, Paladin. He seemed really
Hmm.
like it's the only like trace of sadness you've seen. Like he didn't really want to kill that parrot, and because of that, I think however his character ends, whatever happens with him and Alamo, I feel like it's going to have something to do with an unusual line that he won't cross. It'll have nothing to do with killing people or doing anything like that. He'll just have a weird line, like he did when he killed the parrot. Alamo will ask him to do something that most you would expect a psychotic killer to do, and it'll just be he just won't be able to do it.
Yeah, no,
But
I can see
it'll be
that. I love that actor that plays Bishop.
yeah.
His line when he's talking to Rue and he's like putting the fucking thing on his head, the plastic cover and putting the raincoat on and all that shit. And he's like, "There's something about you that just gives me the heebie-jeebies." His line delivery in that scene was just so great. I just love that he used the fucking line heebie-jeebies and he's holding he's holding a saw in his hand. But it's just
Mm.
yeah, He is a creepy motherfucker, and I love this character. You can tell he's sinister as hell. But what makes me love him? What you just said. There's something about it that's just kind of tormenting about that killing that bird. Like he feels bad about that fucking bird. Like
He does.
if he could take that back, he wouldn't kill that damn bird. I know it. But it kind of makes me like even though he's about to cut a dude up in a bathtub, I just he
Yeah.
feels bad about he feels bad that he killed Paladin and just kind of he's an animal lover and just makes me like him, even though he did kill the damn bird. But he feels bad for it. But yeah,
I'm gonna
he's
bring
great.
Dave. I'm gonna bring Dave back in for a second. Dave.
Yeah.
Is Dave's? Yes. Now the guy who plays Bishop. Do you know this actor? I don't know if
Uh,
you've been. I found out today that he is the one who kills. God damn it! Who does he kill? He kills Bodhi in The Wire. Now I always thought Michael killed Bodhi in The Wire. It was Michael that popped out and shot him in the back of the
oh,
head, but it wasn't. It
it's
was
yeah,
somebody else.
Daniel Britt Gibson.
Yes.
He was in Judas and the Black Messiah, and he's in
Hmm.
that terrible Billboards movie. What the fuck is that called? Yeah,
Three
yeah,
billboards.
yes, that one. He was. What was his character in The Wire? I know his character in The Wire.
O Dog. O Dog.
Yeah, O Dog. Right.
So
Yes.
now I actually have to hate him a little bit more in Euphoria because he killed Bodhi, and Bodhi was my boy.
Yeah, Bodhi was such a
Love.
good story arc.
He was
Yeah.
also in he was also in 6 episodes of We Own the City.
Yes.
And then he was Martin in the Fear Street movies. Well, the first two Fear Street movies. Or no, 2 and 3, I think. I can't remember. Either 2 or 3. I can't He was in one of the Fear Street movies, I think. I don't remember. I think it was Martin in one of those. But it's been a while since I've seen those.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I'm enjoying him. I just can't believe he killed Bodhi. That's made me sad. I loved Bodhi. But yeah, t- just yeah, everything you said. I think we covered it all. I think just me jumping in and yeah, I think I've covered everything I have to say about it.
Yep.
It was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was
I
a good
do
one.
think that Rue was a bit at sea. They didn't have a lot for her to do, and with Jules, I don't know what's going on with Jules, and literally, I think it's a back it's a backstage thing. I don't know whether Jules has maybe had some issues with Levinson, but it feels like her character has been hung out to dry a little. So I don't know. Maybe in a few years we'll find out some gossip, but I don't feel like he's put a lot of effort into the Jules character. She's just kind of been she's there because people want her to be there, but I don't think he's done anything interesting with her. But maybe that's to come. We'll
Yeah,
see.
she feels more like a side character this season. Like, I mean, we don't really know much of. I mean, we know what she's doing. The guy is paying for the apartment for her to stay in. The married guy,
Yeah,
fucking True Blood dude, Sam. But
yeah,
with that, the one scene we did not mention was they had a sex scene, those two, and then it cuts to like him in the bathroom when he finds Rue's I think boxers or underwear with the name in there, and
yeah,
he was like, you can't be doing this because I have a wife and family and I can't bring STDs home and all that shit. And I'm like, well,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, that was a good little scene with him. But like I said, we don't really know much else about him besides that he is a rich plastic surgeon that's married and he's fucking Jules. That's his character right now. So
yeah. But
it probably won't go any deeper than that. I can't imagine.
I mean,
But that's pretty much where Jules is as a character at this moment.
for him being a plastic surgeon, that could work into it. Given Rue would probably quite like to disappear
Hmm.
with a new face. Who knows?
I mean that would actually work. I mean that might be the only way for Rue to get out of this fucking situation that she's in because she's in some deep shit. But we'll see what happens to Rue if her head's not smashed in. Which, like I said, I don't. She's not dead. You can't kill Rue with 3 episodes
Nah.
left. They purposely didn't show her in the coming attractions for the next episode, but I know why they did that because they just don't want to spoil it. But yeah, we'll
Because
see Rue.
there's a scene with a burning bush in a trailer that has got something to do with a new obsession with religion, and that hasn't shown up in the show yet. So
Yeah, that's true.
she's alive. She's alive.
And I don't think there was a scene in the trailer as well, like the beginning where she was walking through a church. I don't think that scene has happened either. So yeah, she's still around.
Yeah.
So we will see Rue next week. We'll be talking about Rue for the next 3 weeks, I'm sure.
Yes.
But yeah,
Definitely.
it was a really good episode, and like I said, it opened with like one of my favorite sequences so far, Godzilla Cassie. So I mean, maybe I just
Yeah.
want my own 50-foot Sydney Sweeney. I'm just fucking projecting, but who knows? But yeah, I will forever defend Sydney Sweeney. I'll be defending her next week as well. So next week, guys, more defense of Sydney Sweeney coming up.
I'd expect nothing less.
Yep.
All right. You want to give them the business tea?
I would love to. We're on Instagram, Raiders _the_the_podcast. We're on Facebook, where I sometimes remember to post stuff on Wednesdays. We have a YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and watch Kevin's awesome videos. Sometimes weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, but Kevin makes awesome videos and y'all should watch them. We have a Discord, we have a Blue Sky, and you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.
Woo. All right then. Well, catch you next week for episode 6 of Euphoria.
Yep, see you next week, guys.
Okay. See you next week.
See you.